not months. It's an exaggeration.
But it's, thank you very much. But I guess since they didn't put in their 18 years, they must get some kind of pass.
So we're happy and proud to see our mom reclaiming her hippie street cred in JP, as opposed to her yuppie cred in June. But we haven't smelled anything funny around here recently, although if you want to ask her later what she remembers from Amsterdam and what she doesn't remember from Butterfield, feel free to get those stories.
When we were young, we would always, if we'd have a discussion of, okay, kids, just make sure you don't smoke marijuana, it's bad. Was it really that bad, Mom? Well, I mean, I guess we had, and then she'd go on and tell these stories about how there'd be trash bags full of marijuana coming into the dorms at UMass. Sure, whatever, Mom. So I went off to college, and there were a couple of hotheads on my hall, and they said, oh, there's this movie, it's about someone from Massachusetts, you should watch it. So we'll watch it. It's called Blow. I don't know if anyone's seen it. About a guy who gets into importing a lot of cocaine, but he started with marijuana. And he found out there was a market disconnect. There was a lot of really good weed on the West Coast, and a market on the East Coast, and it was filling up RVs with trash bags full of marijuana in 1969 and 1970. So
to UMass.
Oh, I know exactly who
yeah, well, there's a movie about him, and you were probably in...
You have got to be kidding.
Oh, you're practically famous.
Oh, yeah. So when I saw that, I realized that your story checked out.
So congratulations. It was an exaggeration.
There was a name for the van. I've got to see this. I knew the name of the van.
Okay.
I want to just point out I was not part of that activity. I just observed that.
It just happened to be going on.
Sure, Nancy.
I think the statute of limitations are up.
You just benefited from it. Yeah, whatever spilled out of the bag.
All I heard is that they gave Nancy the really interesting job, which is picking through it and taking the little twigs out. So where the good stuff was left.
Specialty.
So anyway, now that we've discussed Nancy's illustrious past, we want to give a shout out to all the people who are here, including many from her illustrious past.
So we have Erica from New York City via the Village, via Prague, via Vienna, via Connecticut, San Francisco, etc., etc., etc. Anywhere else we forgot about.
Joni from Marblehead via Ohio and New York and Indiana and all sorts of places.
And we have Bob and Lynn from starting with Amherst and through Springfield and now to here. Yep.
Springfield.
And Springfield and Springfield. That's
We have people from Newton and Manitoba and all over the area and beyond.
So somebody who's not here is Peter, who wishes that he could be here, but we know that we'll be seeing him a lot soon with a daughter about to start at Harvard. He will be in Boston, and we certainly know that we'll see him.
And in the spirit of Arlene Mizanson, we'd like to wrap up with a corny poem that he wrote celebrating Nancy's 60th. If you were at my bar mitzvah or any family event before that, Arlene would write long, corny poems with really bad rhymes. So apparently that's gone down through the generations.
So here's a long, corny poem with really bad rhymes.
And even once she was demented, a year later she was still able to write the poem.
Yeah. Or she had a bunch saved up.
It's a deeply ingrained skill.
Yeah.
So this is courtesy of Peter Mizanson.
Nancy at 60, it's just getting going. Her energy's high, her mojo is flowing.
Whether cross-country skiing or singing that's choral, she's grabbing the gusto, that's this story's moral.
She loves Hawaii, ukulele, and hula. Not so much professional sports, no big bula bula.
Let's not forget Maine, her second abode. Her smile is big when they hit the dirt road.
Her cabin is small, but it's comfy and sweet. Every moment she spends there is a rustic fun treat.
She takes great care of our mom, who is old and demented. With the nurses and staff, strong bonds she's cemented.
She makes hard things look easy, like Seder's for 50. Her fabulous cooking is delicious and nifty.
Many people with Parkinson's lives she's enhancing. She helps them get moving, starts strutting and dancing.
I'm sorry I'm not there to witness firsthand my sister as she flirts with elderly land.
Yet she makes it look easy. Her spirit is young, even if her age has notched a big rung.
So congrats to my sister as she hits big 60. Toast her for me, then eat some Gedempta.
I forgot one thing. I forgot one piece of food along the road, and in the poem where it mentioned when we get to our camp in Maine and Nancy's blood pressure goes way down because we're driving down. So there's one other item of food. Nancy, see if you can figure this one.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, she knows what's coming.
No. This is ritual.
Vodka?
No, no. Can you?
Oh, sorry.
You can't get it.
Uh-oh.
Hey, can you pull me out of
Freezer.
the way?
Bye.
No, we always stop. We always stop at Hannaford's, and Nancy makes a
Oh.
little detour, and one of these gets completely consumed in the next 20 minutes.
I
before we
drink,
get
I
to
eat
camp.
it between the supermarket and the house. And sometimes I forget, and I leave the little dish in the car. And, you know, it's hot and the windows are hot. But anyway, in our non-kosher home, you can, and I'll
Right on
share.
the table.
This time I'll share.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to find that stuff in this part of town?
That's a handy little container
Yeah.
there. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Right.
So I just want to thank everybody. Yay for them.
And if anyone else has anything to say, that's
I just
nice.
said don't embarrass me, and you
Oh,
guys
well.
did a fine job, and you
Well, we
left
did.
out the really awful stuff.
Because we did
Yeah.
them at your last birthday.
I'm just so grateful to have you all here, and just it really is just so amazing and touching, and there are people from so many pieces of my long life, and you all mean a lot to me, and I really just am so appreciative, and it's just, I can't think of a better way to be this age and to just be surrounded by people who I care about, and it's so sweet, and I know people have made a tremendous effort to be here, and thank you, and it's a thrill. It's a thrill to be 60. Thank you.
So if anyone does want to say something, it is allowed as long as you keep it.
Really didn't get much worse.
Can I get Spam Whole Foods?
Camp Muscatel. Girl Scout camp that we went to. Muscatel, isn't that like a good wine?
That's the national flavor wine, too.
A lot of man camps sound like they're diseases.
When was the last time you went camping in a sleeping bag?
It was probably right before we bought the cabin in Maine. And after that, I said, this is close to camping as I want to get.
Fancy camp.
Yeah, you know, we gave away, when we moved, we gave away gigantic boxes of stuff. And one was like 2 boxes of camping equipment, like pots and pans and things. And somebody from the local Girl Scout group came over and said, this is great, you know, like the kids would really enjoy this. Take it with my blessing. So we gave them tents and shelters and everything.
display.
Anyway, thank you all.
I think we're getting. Yes.
Oh.
Since my car is going to come pick me up soon. I just wanted to say that Nancy has always been there, and that's the theme. That she is like my sister. She is my U.S. sister, and whenever anything happened, she was there. When I defended my dissertation, she came up for that night. My father had just died. She came up. And even did you go to Prague before? He died?
Never made it. He told me not to
Yeah,
come.
you wanted to go, but he wanted to go on a trip. So Nancy is there, and we are always there for you.
Thank you. And Erica really is I guess I can say this today since Diane wasn't able to come. Anyway, we have a lovely relationship, and it's very special.
Okay, so take a break.
Wow.